So upon the changes going on with DC, uh, as I said with my previous video when it came to DC, I was actually kind of done with it. Um, but now that I'm seeing like so many things being changed and a lot of stuff that's just being different, I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it. But someone actually asked me, and I'm recording this video so that I can let him know about my options and not my options, but my opinions. What I would have done differently. I saw a post a few months ago about asking people what they would have done differently, and I thought it would make a good video. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So this is what I basically would have done differently when it came to the Justice League and everything going on there. Let's just dive into it. Let's start with the rules. No past movies. All past movies are going to be completely out of the picture. No CW tie-ins just yet. The reason why I say yet is because some of the characters in CW haven't had a lot of time to really be prominent, but we could have like a multiverse type thing, kind of like what the CW did, and other DC universes are not touched just yet. So what that means is no the Batman. We're not going to include Pattinson's Batman. I don't really want to include any of the animated series yet or anything like that. No Titans, none of that. So this is basically what we're looking at. This is basically phase one. I feel like what we wanted and what would have worked would have been a more Marvel-esque like idea. I know a lot of people don't like, especially DC people who think that we don't need that. We do. You do. Because as of right now, Marvel has many established superheroes that were D-list, G-list, Z-list that now are A and B-list because of the MCU. Like, I can't speak for myself because I have always been a fan of She-Hulk, but who can truly say that they were a fan of She-Hulk other than the people who were already a fan of She-Hulk? Now she has a fan base. Like, you have to look at it like that. Meanwhile, DC, y'all have had the same 5 characters rebooted. This may be the 4th or 5th time. Every time it's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern. Y'all have got nothing more. Y'all first Aquaman series or movie came from the most recent Aquaman. So, like, if you follow the pattern that Marvel is doing, you'd have a successful universe. So let's start with the first movie, Superman. Now, let's first of all, things that need to be changed in Superman. He needs to have his regular suit, as in he needs just a normal Superman suit. Not the metallic grayscale suit that he had in Man of Steel. I need a Superman suit. We still have him up against Zod because him fighting against Zod needs to be done so that the whole kryptonite thing can be discovered. Because there's no reason for anybody to know what kryptonite is unless a Superman villain is the one that knows about it. This is how Batman discovers kryptonite. This is how Lex Luthor discovers kryptonite. We need that in this movie. We need Zod to be the bad guy. Let's not kill off Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is an important character. Let's not kill off his father, because Pa Kent is an important character to the Superman character. Stop killing important characters to Superman characters. No more of that, please. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Batman. We get a new Batman movie to follow up. At the end of the Superman movie, we introduce Batman by him being frozen, and Superman is the one that frees him. Frees him, gets him out of it. And then they're having a conversation about how Batman doesn't need any help. Then that scene is used in this movie, because he's fighting against Mr. Freeze. No origin stories. They already need to know who each other is. We've seen all of this meeting and everything. We're through this. We're through. Superman and Batman need to at least know each other, and that's about it. Now the rest of them they can meet later on or you can say that they have an established friendship and know each other, but this is just their first time coming together. That's how you can avoid all the origin stories and meeting each other and all of that like you had in Justice League. So the movie is basically Batman versus Freeze. At the end of it, we're introduced to Diana, which brings us to Wonder Woman. Now this time, bring a Wonder Woman villain that isn't known. We have been asking for Cersei for so long. Can Wonder Woman fight someone on her level? And I don't mean like Cheetah, because Cheetah was on her level, but it was kind of poorly done. No. Can we have Cersei, please? We want Cersei. That's who we want. Give us Cersei. That's what we've been asking for. So you have Wonder Woman versus Cersei, basically. At the end of the movie, there's a scene with all three of them together, and then we have the Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman movie. They are there throughout the entire movie as Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. None of this detective stuff that they were doing. Wonder Woman was just kind of there in glances. She wasn't actively Wonder Woman until the very end. No, they need to be each other. They need to be their characters the whole time. The Doomsday should be the villain. Now, my only thing about Doomsday is that this time, let's not kill Superman in the first 3 movies. Can we just not do that? Instead, let's go a different route with Doomsday. Make him a weaker version of Doomsday. He will return to kill Superman. But not in the first 3 movies. Why would you even do that? Why would you kill Superman? We know he's going to come back. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. The reason why Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man impacted us so much is because we spent 10 years with him and had no idea who was going to die, and there was no risk factor, and he dies. It's shown that he's not coming back except for in Secret Wars, which is just going to be a different. It's not going to be him. It's going to be a different him. So let's not kill off the leader of the Justice League just because we know he's going to come back. Let's not do that. So off of that battle, that fight, so far everything is pretty much the same except for Cersei and Mr. Freeze and Batman having a movie, which is fine. It's fine to give us some of the same, but we need to also move forward. The next movie should be for the Flash. The next movie should not be Justice League right away. It should be Flash's movie, and he should be against Reverse Flash. It should be Reverse Flash that he's fighting. He doesn't deal with Reverse Flash. He doesn't beat him. Maybe he locks him up or something like that. Maybe he finds a way to trap him or lock him up. And then that's when he starts meeting people like Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne approaches him at the end of the movie as a cutscene. Move on to the next one. Now, what you're seeing here, everybody is saying, oh, we want Hal Jordan, we want Jon Stewart. Give us both. Maybe have Hal Jordan being trained by Jon Stewart, and they both have to go up against Sinestro. And then Hal Jordan is the one that chooses to stay on Earth and be the Earth's Green Lantern, and John Stewart is his own thing until some other time. We can bring him back later. The next one, obviously, will be Aquaman. Now, I want Black Manta to be the main villain, not like a side villain for somebody else. Black Manta is Aquaman's like primary villain. He should be the primary villain. So we'll have that, and then Black Manta will lead to a Justice League movie. Now, my idea for this is that there is somebody in the background, like, bringing things together. I think it should be Vandal Savage. I think that's his name, Vandal Savage. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I could be wrong. But whatever the case. At some point in the Wonder Woman movie, I want him to show up. I want him to show up in the Wonder Woman movie and then show up later at the end of the Aquaman movie, meeting with Black Manta, and be on the mission to, first of all, free Reverse Flash, and then those three team up against the Justice League. And that is your Justice League movie. Anyway, that is my view on it. That is my part 1. This is just part 1. This is part 1, phase 1. Phase 2 will come up later as I'm working on it. I will build off of this for the next few movies. We're gonna dive into it. There will be TV series tie-ins as well. So be on the lookout for part 2, and I will see you guys next time.